Division I track and field is dominated by the same few teams every year. They out-recruit the rest of the nation and bring in almost all of the 4- and 5-star recruits in each class, leaving almost every other team to fight for the scraps of what's left on the recruiting board. It's why the Georgia Bulldogs gave us Matthew Bowling and Elijah Godwin at the same time, with the future indoor world record holder in the 400-meter dash joining them on the 4x4 relay. In fact, there are nearly 300 Division I men's track and field teams across 30 different conferences. But the only teams you likely recognize at the NCAA championship meet are from the Big Ten, Big 12, ACC, and of course, the SEC. And I would have said the Pac-12, but that's not really a thing anymore. Jaden Hibbert of Arkansas won the NCAA championship in the triple jump, indoors and outdoors in 2023. That made him the Bowerman Award winner, which is, for the record, track and field's version of the Heisman. That is a very big deal, and an even bigger one because he was a freshman when he did it. But if you were paying very close attention, there was another man in the finals with him, both indoors and outdoors, at the NCAA meet. And that man is still jumping in college right now. When you combine that with the fact that the long jump and the triple jump don't get much attention, I'm almost 100% positive that you have no idea who the best horizontal jumper in the NCAA actually is, or what college he competes for. Salif Mane is that man. He went 25 feet, 8 3/4 inches in the long jump to win his conference this season. But that's not why I'm making this video. That jump might get him into the NCAA championship meet, but it's nothing compared to his triple jump. He went 54 feet and 9 inches. That jump is tied for second in the entire nation right now. And in case you haven't figured it out yet, Salif Mane competes for Fairleigh Dickinson University in the NEC Conference. No, I did not mean to say the SEC Conference. The Northeast Conference, the NEC, is actually a thing in D1. The truth is that Salif Mane is one of the best track and field athletes in the entire nation and has been for a while now. We just weren't paying attention because he competes for a program that almost nobody even knew existed until they pulled off the biggest upset in March Madness history in 2023. The FDU Knights are basically the definition of an underdog, and the reason why he jumps for them is simple. Salif Mane was never supposed to be this good in D1, so the big schools didn't want him at first. In fact, there was a time where even the smaller D1 schools in his home state of New York probably weren't checking for him that much. But if he can keep this up, he can not only win an NCAA championship for Fairleigh Dickinson, but he can also prove that recruitment rankings clearly don't mean anything after you step foot on campus. And if anything that I say actually connects with you, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe. But if I don't, just let me know in the comment section because I try to read them all. If I'm being honest, I felt the need to tell the story of Salif Mane because it simply hits too close to home. I knew about FDU before last year's NCAA tournament victory. I ran D1 track in the Mid-Atlantic region against them years ago. The only sprinter they had back then who was scoring points in the NEC Conference transferred out to Hampton University. But that was before the transfer portal was even a thing. So the fact that Salif stayed his entire career at FDU is a very big deal when you consider that he could have left them and their program a few times by now. At the high school level, Salif would have rated as a 3-star recruit on SCArecruiting.com at the end of his junior year, competing out of the Bronx, New York, which is where I used to live, by the way. He made the state championship final. That must be when FDU found him, because they are the type of school to sign 2- and 3-star recruits. But as a senior, he became a high 4-star recruit, triple jumping more than 50 feet when it was all said and done. That made him one of the nation's top 10 in the event. But he didn't back out of his commitment to FDU, which isn't known for winning much of anything in track and field, even in the Northeast Conference. But since the moment he got there, he validated his recruitment ranking while getting better the entire time. He got 3rd in the long jump as a freshman in his first conference meet and won the triple jump as well. But since that time, all the way back in 2021, he has literally never lost a conference event in the long jump or the triple jump every single time he's lined up to compete. I'm not making this up. He's basically undefeated in the Northeast Conference, and he even is undefeated in the IC4A championships, which for the record is like track and field's version of the NIT in basketball. The only time that he loses is normally in the NCAA championship meet, in the finals, where he's been since 2022. I'm pretty sure if you jump in Division 1 right now, then you likely know who Salif Mane actually is. The only reason we don't know his name is because he's a jumper and not a sprinter. His long jump has been catching up to his triple the entire time. And now he has a chance to win a national championship for Fairleigh Dickinson University in Division 1 track and field. To clarify, the only time FDU has ever competed for a national championship was in women's bowling in 2006 and 2010. I can't make any promises about the future of Salif Mane's career, but by now, the secret is out. He's one of the best jumpers in the entire nation, and has been since his senior year of high school. But he chose to go and stay at a school that believed in him back when he was just a 3-star recruit. And now he has a chance to do the unthinkable against all the nation's best athletes, from the most well-funded sports leagues disguised as college athletics. But the FDU Knights have already done the impossible, and all of America was watching. So when the NCAA Indoor Championships go off, I highly recommend that you pay attention to the jumps, because Salif Mane has a chance to do the impossible once again for the FDU Knights, but this time all by himself. SCA track and field gear is here. Fast is a lifestyle, and what you wear should reflect that. Order yours at scarecruiting.com/shop, or use the link in the description below. It's a huge support to me and this channel, so I can continue to make you more content like this. And remember, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe.